Hey guys, Trey here from GetNGrub. Welcome back to the channel. This week, we're in the studio, we're at the smoker, we're inside, we're outside, we're everywhere. It's great, but we're making some pork. Pulled pork. But first, let's talk about the Patreon. Patreon.com/GetNGrub. When you join the Grub Club, once you hit the $10 mark, we are going to send you one of these beauties right here. I present you the Grub Getter 1.0. Look at it in all its glory. It's so cute. Blue and pink. Farmers markets, grocery stores, coffee shops, flea markets. So sign up at patreon.com/GetNGrub. And once you hit the $10 mark on there as a subscriber, we'll go ahead and send you one. Pulled pork. Let's talk about it. I don't claim to be a pulled pork expert, a barbecue expert, a pit master, or anything of the like. I will say this though, not that hard to make your own pulled pork. The rub really helps. Make your own barbecue rub. Don't buy it from the store. You've done ruined the butt. There ain't enough seasoning. Half cup of paprika, about 1/3 of a cup of salt, 1/4 cup of garlic powder, 3 tablespoons of fresh cracked pepper, 2 tablespoons of mustard powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, 1 tablespoon of ground coriander, a cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons ancho chili powder. And once you have everything all measured out, you're going to want to get it into a bowl. Once everything is all incorporated and whisked together, you'll have a consistency that looks similar to this. So make your own rub, that way you know you have enough of it. The recipe that I made was enough to do probably 4 shoulders. It's that simple. We're gonna start by getting some yellow mustard down on our pork shoulder as a base. This acts as a glue for our rub to stick to. It gives it a nice flavor as well with the turmeric and the vinegar. Now, once you've gotten an even coating, flip over and repeat. Now, the longer that this seasoning stays on the pork, the better. We left it on ours for 12 hours. You can leave it on there for up to 24. Now, once your meat has had ample time to marinate and absorb all the flavors of your rub, you can feel free to hit it with a little more of that seasoning. We want to develop a good bark, and that is a great way to get it started. The sugar will caramelize, the salt will get deeper into the meat, and that flavor will be set. We made this pork for my dad's 60th birthday. I had to do something special for him. We put on our smoker pants and usually not a shirt, but filming, so shirt. So my dad got me into cooking to begin with. I will give him credit for everything. Coming home at 3 o'clock from school every day and turning on TLC, and they had great chefs of the world. And even though I didn't speak their language, I spoke their language. He's inspired me to cook, which has inspired me to feed people. Food is life. Food gives us life. I remember when I was a kid, I was the one in the kitchen after Dad had cooked to get the salty bits off the bottom of the pan. There's just so many fond memories I have of my pops and us cooking together growing up that I really wanted to make his 60th birthday special. Bar's set, high bar. We don't put it all the way to the ceiling. Plus, you got about 20 other people that you're going to disappoint if you don't pull it off. So we've already made our rub, and it's time to talk smoke. There's a lot of different smokers out there. My smoker personally is just a regular box smoker. It's propane that heats a tray of wood chips that produces smoke. It's very basic. You know, it's a box that holds somewhere between 200 and 270 degrees without too much of tending and opening and wood chips. Let's talk wood chips. There's a lot of specialty wood chips out there. I prefer a sweeter wood. So maybe a cherry or an apple wood works very well. So basically, we got one probe into the smoker, one probe into the pork shoulder. Caston bought me a Bluetooth thermostat with two thermocouples. Allows you to monitor the temperature of your meat as well as internally in the smoker, so that's great. The Bluetooth allows me to monitor it from my bed.
So, it's officially midnight. It's time to smoke. Let's get it fired up.
Now, not a relatively ton of work needs to be done after your meat goes on the smoker. All in all, you're not really wanting to open and look and touch and be a part of this thing's life until at least a few hours in. So keep your fire going, keep your smoke rolling, at least for the first few hours until you get up into the hundreds, you know, close to the hundreds, maybe 90s, until you've reached, I want to say about 150, 170. Then you want to pull it off. You're probably not going to get any more hard smoke penetration past this point. We went ahead and wrapped in butcher's paper that is designed for smokers. They call it pink paper, and it's going to allow the heat to kind of penetrate but not dry out your meat any further.
Now, once it's time to wrap these suckers, you want to either handle it with a set of barbecue forks or barbecue gloves, because let's remember, this is 170 degrees. It will sizzle your fingertips.
So once you have it wrapped, you go back into the smoker at the same temperature until you reach somewhere between 200 and 206. I want to say I took it to 208 and I may have overdone it. With proper resting, you're still going to lend a very juicy pork, even if you bring it a little bit over tip. It's that simple. Season. Let your pork sit with the seasoning. We did it for 12 hours. Smoke your pork about 12 hours for a shoulder, I want to say, at 220. Everything's different. Always use thermometers. Are you in the GetNGrub Group? You definitely should be. The GetNGrub Group on Facebook is the place to be. The link is down in the description. This past month, we had a photo contest. This photo right here won it. Shout out to Stacy Dean. She's getting one of the Grub Getter 1.0. It's in the mail right now. So we're running cool promotions on the GetNGrub Group. We're doing cool stuff with the Patreon. Keep watching. Keep liking the videos. We appreciate it. Slow down a little bit. Work is tough. I still have a day job. You still have a day job. So let's all just cook some food and make our lives better. We'll see you next time.